Here's the ammo that we're going to be testing out today. It is the Golden Tiger, 59 grain, lead core, steel case, non-corrosive, 5.45 by 3.9 cartridge. One of the ways you can identify it versus its 7N6 brother-in is by the distinctive pink sealant used around the edge of the bullet where it meets the case. It is also a bimetal jacket that is copper washed. We'll get more into that a little bit later in the review. Well, you guys saw the ammo that we're using in today's test. Here's the gun. It is a gun that's probably pretty familiar to those of you guys who watch the channel here. It is the Arsenal SGL-31 61. And up next, we're going to chronicle those loads through this gun and then see how it does in the gel. Let's take a look at the wound track here. As you see here, it enters the block, goes down approximately 5 inches. And right here, that's when that bullet starts to tumble. It starts to tumble violently, just like you'd expect from the 5.45 cartridge. Tumbles right through the 5 to the 12-inch mark. So from the 5 to 12-inch mark, bullet's tumbling, and then it continues on forward. And you'll probably be able to see it a little better in the overhead shot, but the bullet actually comes to a stop backwards. So the back end was actually going forward after that. And the leading edge is stopped right at the 18-inch mark. So we had 18 inches of penetration. We'll get you that overhead view next. There you can see where the bullet starts to tumble right around the 5-inch mark, like I talked about earlier, all the way down to the 12-inch mark. And moving on down, you'll see there's the bullet. I'm not sure if you can see it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back off a little bit and get to the side angle so the sun's shining through and you can really take a look there at where that bullet is. And there you can see it in the gel block backwards. We'll go ahead and pull it out and get into the rest of it next. I went ahead and pulled the bullet out of the gel block, and this is as I found it. You can see there it is flattened out, and the flattening of that bullet did cause the lead to sort of almost squeeze out of there. I mentioned earlier that it's a bimetal copper wash bullet, and what that means is that bimetal meaning there's a lead core, the part that's squished out there, and then the steel jacket around the outside. You can see that solid steel that's compressed in there. And it is copper wash, meaning the copper is actually bonded to the steel layer there of the bullet. It's not a copper bullet, although it does appear that way. It is not. Anyway, back on performance. It was generating 2,909 feet per second on average, coming in at 1,108 foot-pounds of energy. That shot was fired from about 10 feet from the muzzle, so pretty up close and personal. Home defense type distances, self-defense type distances. It had 18 inches of penetration. It tumbled well. All in all, pretty good performance in my opinion, at least for a full metal jacket rushing around. Didn't over-penetrate and created a pretty nasty little wound channel. But as always, guys, if you have any questions about anything I review here, whether it be ammo, guns, gear, things like that, you can feel free to post the comments in the comment section. You can also post them over at my Facebook page. But thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next video.